At this time, we're going to do a presentation. It's called The Widow's Broken Collar. And I'm going to explain it, and it'll give you a better definition of what it is. In Freemasonry, the broken collar is, as Freemasons well known, the emblem of the fallen of one of the chief supporters of the craft. The use of the column or pillars as a monument erected over a tomb was very ancient custom and was a very significant symbol of the character and spirit of the person interred. This pin was created as an emblem to symbolize our continued concern and honor for the widows of a master mason, a brother whose name added luster to the craft as he labored with us in the quarry. Now that his name has been entered upon the roll of the Celestial Lodge, we cannot forget those things which he loved so deeply, nor can we be unmindful of our duty to him. It is my distinct privilege to present this emblem. It is my distinct privilege to present this emblem to you, and that you may wear it with great pride. It is our desire that it be to you a reminder of your ties to us, a relationship wherein you will find friends who will assist you in times of need, join with you in times of gladness, and welcome you to a continued association with us as we continue our labors of friendship, brotherly love, and truth. You are not alone. When moments may cause you to doubt, look at this emblem and be assured that we are there and we care. This Masonic widow's pin was created with the hope that it would be worn by the widow of a master mason on all appropriate occasions, especially when traveling, so that she may be recognized, greeted, and assisted when necessary by Masonic friends throughout the world. It is an emblem of honor and should be worn separately and not in conjunction with other jewelry. May she who wears this emblem find that she is not alone. We are there and we care. If I could have Miss Edie Francis come forth, please. Brothers, at this time, those of you who have the broken collar, will you present it to your widow? Would the widows please rise? Now, at this time, we'll also do another presentation, which is called the Masonic Slipper. Have you ever noticed a Masonic lady, or perhaps a widow, wearing a blue slipper pin? A woman wearing this symbol is under the protection of all Masons. Here's the story. The symbolism comes from the Bible, specifically the book of Ruth. In the story, a man named Elimelech took his wife Naomi and their two sons out of Bethlehem to the land of Moab. Then after the two sons were married, Elimelech and both of Naomi's sons died. Naomi returned to Bethlehem with her widowed daughter-in-law, Ruth. They were able to stay with a relative of Elimelech's named Boaz, who had a farm outside the town. Boaz fell in love with Ruth, but due to the laws at the time, this was a little bit complicated. Boaz set up court at the city gate, as was the custom, and asked the closest kinsmen of Elimelech to settle all of his accounts, in essence, settle the debts of his death. When the kinsman could not take care of everything in the estate, Boaz stepped forward and said he would take care of the entire estate. As was the custom, the kinsman removed his shoe and offered to Boaz to seal the deal. Boaz accepted the shoe and held it up for the crowd to symbolize that the deal had been made. Boaz was then able to take Ruth as his wife, and their son Obed became the father of Jesse and the grandfather of King David. The shoe is a symbol of a promise or covenant of care, and the Masonic blue color is a symbol of perfection. The blue of the sky does not fade and is everlasting. The Masonic blue slipper represents that this woman is a relative of a Mason and is thereby under the protection of all Masons and the unfading oath of all Masons to protect wives, daughters, and widows. Brothers, at this time, those of you that have slippers, please present your slipper.
No, I said you can't see. I thought you said.
I didn't bring my glasses.
Okay, ladies, I'm gonna do a little explanation of that pen too on the other side. When I lived in El Paso, we did this ceremony, and my wife, she wasn't an Eastern Star none at the time. She worked at a plastic surgeon, and we presented her with a pen. And she used to wear it proudly on her white jacket. She thought she was hot and stuff. So one day she goes to work. Older gentleman comes in with his wife. He's 38 hot, and he going ballistic. He in there talking crazy, talking all kind of smack. She said, well, sir, we're doing the best we can. Y'all don't want to hear that mess. She said he stopped mid-sentence. I'll be back. He left. She got scared. She said, ooh, I'm gonna have to go to the car. He said he came back with donuts, fruit, coffee, and juice. And she said he was the sweetest dude she ever met. And I was like, hey, what's that about? She said when he left, he reached over at her and said, you tell my brother I said hi and I took care of you. And walked out. The girls that worked with her said, what was that about? She said, started laughing. She said, he seen this little old pen on my jacket. She said, that pen works like that? She said, you don't know what them brothers will do for you. So I'm gonna tell you ladies, the pen works. It really does. So wear it with some pride, and believe me, it'll come in handy when you least expect it. Thank you.